Grand Rising, everyone. It is Shalonda or Shay Seeking from American Aborigines Unchained on Facebook and American Empress Unchained here on YouTube. And again, I don't know. Today I've been really just slumming. One of them days when I don't know what I call myself doing, but it's kind of like I've been trying to do some organizing, but then I, you have to put her in the bed, please. Mm, yeah, and then ended up getting right back messed up or didn't get finished, so just whatever. But a lot of things been on my mind. So I had my D baby, my grandbaby. Well, we don't have grandmas around here. We D moms. So again, I had her. She's been under the weather, and D mom had to do her thing. So um, what was I saying? So anyhow, I had been watching Moana. Again, I think hands down my favorite, Disney movie. Um, you know, my view on Disney is very controversial, but with this here, it really opened up my eyes to a lot of things, right? So again, a lot of things about stone this, stone that. I was watching a clip of a video that were talking about Stone Mountain, Georgia, and possibly the confederation that was made, right? That energy gave me energy of Ephraim. Okay. Again, Ephraim is one of the names again of an ancestor, right along with the rest of these names that are in this particular text. And so, you know what I'm saying? It has me really, I don't know, I'm really connected to this word. Okay. I was going to bring up something that was in Isaiah when it was talking about exalting idols over Yeshua or that Christ energy. But again, this in Hosea or Osea or Oshea, okay, however you want to look at it, um, or Hosi, you know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm thinking Whore of Babylon energy, right? Also, when we're talking something about Ametria, Arma, mm, let's see. I keep wanting to say Demetrius or Demetrius, but it's Artemis, or I want to say Artemis, okay? But it's Artemis, right? So again, the Artemis energy with the brother of Artemis energy was coming up, and I think it is what Demetrius, which also makes me think about Demeter. I don't know. That energy is there. Again, Artemis. I noticed that when in a lot of the text it says it was also known as Diana, right? But again, the energy of Artemis, also known as Diana, also makes me think about the energy of someone mounting onto another energy. As is this just Artemis, which is also an archer, right? Energy to me, anyway. Mounting on to Diana's energy. Are these two different individuals? Is someone taking someone's identity or being a copy of that particular person? Because it made me think about the energy of Georgia, right? Stone Mountain, Georgia, Stone Mountain. So it made me think about Atlanta, a connection, again, like I said, with a divine or a masculine and feminine energy. Again, when it's pertaining to earlier times, possibly in Atlanta, right? And having ties between those entities. And then also moving that connection from that to a connection between divine masculine and feminine energy of Chicago, and those two having a connection because of that. So an earlier energy of a divine masculine or a masculine energy that is connected to an entity or energy of Atlanta, and then latter day possibly connected to Chicago. Again, where we're born and how the stars and things are aligned at that time, I do believe. And again, it's making me more interested into that. Again, when source is speaking through and to me, I'm not even sure about everything that I'm saying. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not claiming to be no kind of scholar again, because again, anything scholarly is just man-made in my eyes anyway. I just again cater to the divine. Okay, in my senses, in my sensors, and those things that come in through me. Okay, again, because anybody can go anywhere and pick up anything, and I think that's what kills me about information these days. People take stuff out of books that have just been written within the past 5 to 10 years as truth because it's written there. No, I like to go back. And just because you go back doesn't mean you're going to get the truth either. But I like to go, that's why I like to use discernment, wisdom, and that which is within me in order to know what it is I'm reading, regardless of where I'm getting it from. Do you see what I'm saying? It's got to be able to match and flow. If it don't, it got to go. So again, when I feel like we're talking about any of this information, whether it be biblical or not, it has to line up or align up with, again, the now for me, right? I have to be able to have been experienced or have some kind of commune with source. And then, you know what I'm saying, to cross-reference or identify that somewhere else, okay? Like within the biblical text and then the story, okay? Because we know this story lies. When people call it his story, I say this story, okay? So again, I'm going all over the place, but I'm hoping that we're going to get somewhere with this, right? So now, when I'm doing these cards here, okay, because we're doing tarot and the Torah, okay, when I'm using these cards here, we are just going off of the images because these images have been ingrained when it comes to the Rider Waite cards has been ingrained. So anything newer, you know what I'm saying, could possibly help people discern, y'all, just here, okay, can help people discern things and use them in tarot for regular things. But when it comes to biblical and antiquity, I stick with these because, again, they tell the story, okay? They tell the story. And it's just a sense of like this whole stone idol worship, exulting idols instead of the real Yeshua or Christ energy. Again, the Fool card, I'm pretty sure it means something, but like even just in this sense, playing the fool, this person is doing all this crazy stuff right here, out here on this ledge, got a dog biting at his ankles and things. Yeah. What? You can't stop it. So what do you want?
Give the thing from there.
What thing?
The thing that's going there.
Okay, well, I guess you can use it. Yeah, because I'm be recording. Okay, so okay, so again, we're going to talk about a couple of things like agendas that I see, again, performances. Again, I think I was in the book of Acts today. Again, we know that a lot of things that we see in mainstream media, even on social media, is not real, that these are just acts sometimes. Again, I mean, you could call it what you want, but I mean, I do rely a lot on conspiracy energy because, again, sometimes conspiracy can just really be the truth that nobody don't want you to believe or hear. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read this here. But before that, I'm going to talk about like a couple of things, again, that are in the headlines that are triggering me. Okay, because again, we talk about idol energy. A lot of people just automatically think of a golden calf or some kind of cross or something. While those might be material ways of looking at an idol, yes. But idols can also be people. Just like people want to think that the devil is under the ground. No, you have to look at that energy, that negative or that type of energy, as in being in people that you are conversing with and being in contact with on a day-to-day basis. The Antichrist energy is among us. It's not a person, it's an energy, it's a whole wave, and it's a whole movement in order to defame, vilify, okay, and crucify the real Christ energy, okay, or entity that is here, okay. So again, okay. So let's go ahead and read this little thing here, and then we're going to talk about the things that I'm noticing in the media. Because again, whenever I'm talking about one of these things, mass manipulation is the thing that I have come to break down. When it comes to that wailing wall or that energy of the crying from the earth, that is an organic, natural energy. So I feel like, again, throughout this journey, especially this year, for some reason, it has been where people have made me feel like I'm isolated or an island or an outsider, or it's just been this whole movement to try to vilify or dehumanize or even, trigger something in me to make me feel different about humanity and the so-called humanity and even the connection within my people, my family, my community, and my immediate family. You know what I'm saying? So I see that there is work that has been being done. When this energy found me, I am a totally different person than I was before I committed to being on this particular path. Right? And I know that whatever has been done, there's been all of these things that have caused conflict and all these things, just being in the hangman energy, reversed and then upside down. You know what I'm saying? Being even in the Two of Swords energy here, okay? Dealing with the Lover's energy, okay? Dealing also with the warring energy. This is like a chaos, okay? Because again, in the beginning, the earth was first, okay? But it was a void and chaotic mass, right? Okay? So again, that the earth being in conflict even, see, the earth being in conflict even with itself. That's the indigenous, autochthonous energy, the Moorish energy, the energy of, again, those who are coming into thy borders right now. All of that is to swallow the true essence of what did I hear somebody say the other day? The star American, star something, Americans. And I just say that those just the people that's so-called ADOS. Again, yo people was here before those, okay? I mean, and that's just it, okay? And somebody lied to you and told you that we all came from Africa, and it's not the case. All right? But as soon as we start talking Indians, we have to then decipher, because by the time we got to the point where we're calling you Indians, there are already Moorish and all other entities and Spanish and Spain and, Muslim energy, Arabic, there was all kind of energy already tied in by the time they started calling you, Indians. I mean, just was, right? So again, we have the Emperor energy here. And again, with this energy here, I don't know, I'm seeing these mountains behind him, or the mountains and peaks behind him. And then the ram, right? Which also gives me goat energy, right? Okay. So it's kind of like the energy, the power to move mountains, right? Or part things as well. Again, parting the Red Sea. We see this red robe that he has on in between there. I didn't even really notice that. I don't know. What is that on his shoulder? It looks kind of like a scorpion or some kind of, I don't know. It looks like something, right? Okay. So again, I'm just giving you a whole bunch of, it's going to be something that maybe just one person, something click, you know what I'm saying, for what I'm saying here. Okay. Until I really get into it, right? Okay. So, okay. It was a card I was looking for. That's what I'm doing. Okay. All right. So again, even with the King of Wands energy, right? This King of Wands could be, again, something that is being carried. This energy can be carried by a feminine or a masculine energy. But what I really want to point out here is the whole thing that I've been really going into on the land and the sea energy, especially with these cards. Individuals having their, and notice this hat too. This kind of looks like one of those hats of the, y'all don't know who hats. It just ain't got the star and the sword on it. Okay. It's a little bit taller, but I'm just saying. Okay. In this juggling act. And you see, when we were reading scripture the other day, and it said something about go underneath my thigh. Notice that this ship here that's sailing in or coming in or leaving out is underneath this person's thigh. So again, I don't know, this is making me think about like the economic, the agenda of economics and the border, and also even when it comes to the trade, okay, when it comes to trade, right? Okay. So again, just notice that again on this throne of this King of Wands, there is that of the people. I'm hearing Dan. I don't know. I'm hearing reptilian energy. Also, like I said, some people see it as what they see it as, with the perception that we've been given, right? But I see it again as really old blood. Okay. That's just how I kind of see it. Same thing with vampires. I feel like we're talking about old blood energies, that also, connect themselves by whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say by the bite or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But they have a way of connecting themselves again and turning, I don't know. It's like I said, I don't necessarily see somebody sinking their teeth into someone. Okay. I mean, in a sense, right? Getting a grip on someone, or even the brooding viper energy possibly. Right. Okay. but you also have the lion here, which again also reminds me of the Lion of Judah in that energy. And it also reminds me of, again, Elizabeth. I think, this been rumored to be like, people have said lizard queen or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But again, we're talking old world, old money, old this, old that, right? And then, like I said, that represents, again, Elizabeth, right? To me. And then the Lion of Judah, or that lion in general, represents the energy of Mary to me. Okay. And then I feel like whoever is going, and we still even have a lizard here. Okay. Okay. But I feel like whoever, and then the cloaked on the person, they only have the lizard. I think this is just the lizard on here, if I'm not mistaken. But sitting on the crown, I mean, sitting on the throne of Judah. You see what I'm saying? See? So is that the shape shifter energy? Is copycat energy, not just like somebody gonna be standing in front of you and change. You know what I'm saying? Or even the energy that would be, something that would be talking about when we talk about different people that can see, people, seers and stuff that can see energy, right, on people. And you can see when people are themselves, and then when they have been taken over by spirits, especially when people are drinking or just in general. You know what I'm saying? Some people just ain't the same, and like in that way, you see, like an empty vessel or something like that. Some of us cut ourselves off, I feel, because of all of the tired of people that have a pure heart or pure intentions, and tired of being hurt, right? And I think that's where we were coming in. Hold on one second. And so you protect yourself, tired of this energy. See, and this, I don't care what you say. It reminds me of the Russian hats of antiquity when it comes to the military men. And it reminds me of the Moorish hat as well. And they're on the sand of the sea, like the sand of the sea, multiplied like the sand of the sea. Almost like the people that are being brought in here, and they think that they about to be given some funds to, again, and they think they're going to be given some chump change to the people that they have taken the thrones and crowns from and left them behind enemy lines in order to be killed or defiled or left or to rot to death or whatever, while they sit on the thrones of those individuals that have the blood of these two energies here, and they have their foot on the soil and the sea. Hosea. Okay? Or Hosea. Okay? So again, this is what this reminds me of. And look at the sneaky kind of energy running off with something here, and thinking that they're getting away with it, and tiptoeing his way back out with something, and only leaving two swords here. Okay? I mean, it's just like I said, this energy, because again, at the end of the day, they want to leave the original Hebrew autochthonous people out in the cold. They want you to be the ones that are putting your hand out and begging, right, for something from these people. Like Biden has been heard saying that we are going to have to look to so-called Mexicans or other individuals as so-called black people eventually. And I feel like, nah, see, that's why that true Messiah is here today, to point them out. When I see them, I point them out. Because we are the ones that hold these. We are the ones that are really protected. They want you to feel attacked all the time so you can turn your back on that energy and feel like that's not the case. But again, you are the ones that we have been waiting for. Okay? They don't want to see us in this energy here. And it's some of us that is us. It's some of us that is them. But it's because of lack of knowledge. It's because they know not what they do. And that's just what it is. Okay? A lot of people waiting on you to do the work, but they don't want to do the work on themselves. And when they come up short end, then they take it out on you, the fact that they haven't done the work. And I refuse to let somebody make me feel that way. All right? So again, a lot of trickery, right? Abundance again over here. Ingrown, real abundance here with this energy, clothed with gold, like the sun is golden. And then you have this energy over here. But, this person with this red on, they always give me the red dragon kind of energy as well. Got his hand, I ain't going to use cookie jar, but you know what I'm saying. But again, the Queen of Swords got ways, right, of being able to see. I think through the illusions, I see clarity here in her robe. Okay? But I feel like, again, in this time, people have been dabbling and messing with people's energy, period. Whether it's physically or spiritually. All right? The binding, blinding energy. Again, when we're talking about this dove energy, in the Song of Solomon, it talks about the dove's eyes, or Beersheba, or Beersheba, or, it's spelled different ways, or just that energy, right? And then also we see this, I don't know if this is like supposed to be a communion kind of, I was about to say chip. You know what I'm saying? One of those, you know what it is. Is it the bread or the cracker? Okay. But again, I see cross watcher kind of energy here. And when I say cross watcher, I'm just seeing somebody that can see on those different levels and those different dimensions, again, and can execute that energy like nobody else. Okay. So that's the kind of energy, again, and it's because the cup is full. But again, could there be another way that cup is supposed to be being, when it comes to anointing, right? This makes me think about somebody that's heavily anointed, somebody that has a connection to source, even when it comes to the water. Even when it comes to the water. I mean, I know a lot of people don't, because then the water brings me back to Aquarius energy, right? And how would these people know these things? How would some of us know these things? How do I know these things? Because again, I'm connected to both. And I don't care who don't like it, because they most likely are too. Most of them have talked about it, and even if they don't talk about it, they are too. Some of them just still have ties with their daddies. And again, I stand firm when it comes to America and the autochthonous people of this plane. And again, that is just what it is. All right. So that energy of, being there with these people as they work to bring them out of Egypt, that is a mental slavery. That is the caste and class system of the way of seeing it that we did not know until I started to bring that up on this platform. But people think, again, with copycat energy, that they can just, take things and lead them in a certain direction. But again, it's all by design. Don't trip. All right? All by design. And then what happens? Then that King of Pentacles is sitting on his throne, very abundant. But I wonder, again, with this whole energy of the devil, I'm wondering where all the damn grapes came from. Okay. See, they have to find, they know that the Messiah or that energy is going to come with a pure heart. So they know ways of piercing the heart, especially with love and war. It is what it is. And they take crafty counsel. Okay. And give illusions. Okay. That normally end up in tower moments for them, but they put the burden on you or try to project that energy onto you, and they don't like that. It don't work with me. All right. So again, we see some Pope energy here, right? The vicar of Christ. Again, if Christ is on the plane, then what do we need a vicar of Christ? Because I think the vicar actually just means that somebody that's standing in the place of that energy. Again, same thing when it comes to people that are residing in that White House and anywhere else. What are they needed for at the 400 years is over and the Messiah is on the plane? All right. But regardless of what they say, what they think, or whatever, things will move in the way that source is going to have them move. Regardless. Do not. Hold on one second.